Hi, I'm going to try and explain simply how the hybrid matrix works. It is simple, but it is different, so you may need to watch a couple of times before you understand it thoroughly. Right at the top there's the community administration, and that is in the name of Frammy. It's an administration account, and all the benefits, all the commissions that go to that account go into the We Share Abundance treasury. Now let's suppose the community admin introduces 3 people, A, B and C. Now in a normal matrix, it's a 3 by 10 matrix. In a normal matrix, those 3 people would go on the first line under the sponsor, which in this case is the community admin. But here we've got A being introduced, and he would go in that first position. But in this hybrid matrix, everybody has 2 entries. One which will always go under your sponsor in your team, and one which will go in the first available position in the matrix overall. So A's second position would go in position 2 on level 1, because that's all there is. Now when B is introduced over here, he also has a B2 entry, and that would go in the first available position, and that would fall under A, even though B has fallen under the community admin. And when C is introduced by admin, C goes into the first vacant position on admin's second level. So this is level 1 here, and if we put in a new column, this is the level, and this is the maximum number that can be in that level. So it can only have 3 on level 1. Level 2 would have 9, 3 times 3. So when C is introduced by the community admin, it goes in the first available position, which is over here and actually under A2. But C also has the second position, and so that goes over here, so that now, although the admin has only introduced 3 people, A, B and C, level 1 is filled and there are 3 people on level 2. Now let's suppose that C sponsors you. You have a second entry, and that will go in the first available position in the matrix, and that would be in A's second position. So that's U2 would now be under A as well as under C, who sponsored you. So can you see how this causes the matrix to grow much faster? And it gives you 2 positions. Now it could be that A is a real heavy hitter and he's going to introduce a lot of people, and that would mean that you would get a lot of people spill over under you in A's matrix, regardless of what C does and what you do. But if you introduce D, the second entry for D, you're always going to get that credit for building your team. D goes under you. But that second entry for D is now going to go in that first available position here under A2. So D2 goes in up there. So you're going to be building 2 positions always within the same matrix. One of them is going to be randomly placed so that everybody grows from that, and the other is going to go into the team matrix. Community admin introduced C, who introduced you, who introduced D. It's following the team. But you're going to go in on a community-wide basis as well, and you're going to get 2 positions. Now that is going to happen all the way through, and it's unlikely that those positions will grow at the same rate. It's more likely that the team position will grow faster than the community position, but it could happen the other way around. Now every position earns the same amount. Doesn't matter whether it's the community position or whether it's the team position. The income is the same. So I'm going to move on now to how the pay plan works, but for this, the only way we can reasonably show it is by saying, okay, both positions are going to grow at the same speed and just mean that you're going to have the same growth with both your team position and your community position. It's unlikely to happen that way, but it's the best way to describe the pay plan. At this point, I've got to put in a legal disclaimer. The following examples are of how the plan works, and they are not guarantees of income. Your income, as in any business, will depend on your ability, effort, and many other factors. As with any business, you can lose money, so never invest more than you can afford to lose. So here's the pay plan. It's a 3x10 matrix, and the matrix will fill with 3 people on level 1. Everybody's matrix starts with themselves. You'll have 2 starting positions, one in the corporate matrix, one in your team matrix, and you'll be the head of your own matrix. And your matrix will build 3, 9, 27, 81, and so on, all the way down through 10 levels. Now, if both of these positions grow at exactly the same rate, your monthly income from filling level 1 would be $2. So if you go out and refer 3 people, and those 3 people are on your first level in both the community and the team matrix, you would earn $2. Your monthly income at that point would be $2, but there is a restriction on withdrawals. If you've not introduced any people, you can only withdraw 25% of your income, which would be 50 cents. We don't take the income away from you. That $1.50 that you've not withdrawn stays in your account, but it's locked until you can unlock it by referring people. But to unlock the total, you refer 3 people. If you only refer 1, then you get 50% unlocked. Refer 2, 75% unlocked. And when you've referred 3, it's all unlocked. So if you go out and refer those 3 people, you've not only earned $2, but you can withdraw $2. Those 3 people go out and get their 3, however it happens, whether it's spillover, whether they actually do it. That second level is filled, and you make an additional $3. So you've got a total of $5 that is earned, and because you introduced 3 people, you can withdraw $5. And as this builds and goes down and completes the full matrix, your total income each month, because it's a recurring payment, so you get recurring commissions, would total $20,000. Now, if you've not referred anybody, but still completed the matrix, which is quite possible, you would only be able to withdraw 25% of it, $5,000. You refer 1 person and it releases the other 10,000, and this is going to go and be added up month after month. So if you go for, let's say, 6 months at this level, okay, you've done okay. You've withdrawn $30,000, but there's another $90,000 that's locked up. So you may find it worthwhile to refer 3 people to release that other $90,000. So you can see the minimum you could expect once the matrix is filled out for you is $5,000 withdrawable, but you'd be earning $20,000 a month. Now, in addition to this, if we move over, you get ranks for completing each level. Level 1, you become a beginner, and you also have an auto withdrawal from your Sharehook Trust Fund of $1 every month. Complete level 2, you become an achiever, and there's an automated withdrawal of $3 every month. And you can see how this increases, but once again, this is increasing to a maximum of 15,000, provided you have introduced 3 people. Here we show you the same process here, earning $20,000 with a full matrix in both positions. But if you've referred nobody, you don't get the referrals match, but you do get a match on all your personal referrals. And so you can see if we make that 1, you get a match of 50% on your personal referral. So when he earns $2, you get $1. When he earns $3, you get $1.50, and so on. When he earns $10, you get $5. So this is added to your income. So it means that just with one person, instead of it being $20,000, you've got $26,000. But you really want to be referring 3 people, because that releases all your income. You can withdraw all your income. And if you're referring 3 people, you see your matching bonus is going to go up. And you can see that now you've got $38,000 in your matrix plus your match. You've only referred 3 people, that's another $12. But you're also at the level now where you are having auto withdrawals from your shareholder trust fund of $15,000. If you haven't referred anybody, the maximum you can earn from those automated withdrawals is $6,000. So you would get $6,000. You'd still be earning $20,000 from the matrix, but you've not referred anybody. You can only withdraw $5,000. Your actual income would be $11,000. It's still pretty good, isn't it? A month. But as you refer people, it goes up a little bit. You're up to $9,000 there, and you'd be able to withdraw $10,000. It'd be $19,000. But you want to aim for 3, and that's where you want to be as a minimum, because that releases all your income, $20,000, $38,000 with your matrix match, $15,000 auto withdrawal, a total of $53,012, and that $12 pays for your next month in the Sharehope Powerline plan. So you have a net cash flow into you of over $53,000 a month with just 3 referrals in the plan. Now these commissions that are released here are based on the rank you achieve. Now, because you've got 2 positions in that matrix, you could have one position that is down here at Pathfinder level and another position that is maybe at Pioneer level. We're going to take the one that is most beneficial to you. So once you've got the highest possible position from either of those 2, you get there. So you get one of your 2 positions to soulmate, and you've got 15,000 withdrawal potential as long as you've referred 3 people. That is in addition to your matrix, and that is what we've been showing you. Now, when you're withdrawing $15,000 a month from your Sharehope Trust Fund, it can very quickly run down a trust fund, even if you've built it up to $100,000. So what we do is we say, okay, your login rewards, instead of being $5, when you're down at this level, you're going to get $300 a day instead of $5 a day. And you can see how that increases with all these levels. So instead of getting $5 a day, you only got to get to beginner, and you've got $6 a day. Achiever, $7 a day for every day you log in, going into your Sharehope Trust Fund to help you keep that building at a rate faster than your withdrawals. You're always accumulating more and more and more wealth. And that is really important. That's the secret of the wealthy. Build your wealth reserves and only draw part of them. Keep increasing your assets. Okay, so in a nutshell, that is the pay plan, folks. It works really, really well. And it works even better if you do too. God bless.